All right, guys, my name is Krebs, and so today I will take you guys through the Behringer X-Touch series. And so our itinerary for today will be what the X-Touch device is. We'll talk about the device structure. We'll talk about the modes of the device, both the full board and then the mini. We'll talk about the purposes of these devices, the difference between the X-Touch Mini, which is this, and then the MRSP, which is the main full board. We'll talk about how to set up your X-Touch Mini devices, whether you're using the Mac or the Windows. And then we might talk about the X-Touch Editor app, which is mostly for Windows machine. And then we talk about how to remote your DAWs, Ableton Live, FL Studio, Cubase, Gig Performer, X32 mixing station, in case you're using that, using these two devices, and then advantages of each device over the other. And then we might talk about some of the pros and cons. Okay. So this is the Behringer X-Touch Mini, and this is the Behringer MRSP. This is the full board. These are MIDI controllers. MIDI controllers mean musical instrument digital interface. So that means you can use this device as a digital interface between the gadget you are using and then your DAW. Okay. Now, when you talk about the device structure, this is the Mini. Okay. So the Mini has a button. It has a rotary button. Okay. And then this one I call the knob. If I press, I think I hear some click sounds. And then it has a feeder. Okay. So the Mini has a single feeder, whilst the full board has same buttons, an LCD screen. You have your rotary, and it can also be a click. And then you also have 8 feeders. Okay. All right. And then you also have a master rotary. So these are the differences between the Mini and then the MRSP. Now, the MRSP also has a foot switch pedal. So in case I've connected my MRSP to, let's say, my X32 mixing station, I can use the foot switch pedal, which is connected to this device, to control my talkback system. So there's a process where you can hit the foot switch, and then you can talk directly to the leader of the band or the person who is leading the praise and worship session. And you can also revert. Okay. So this device allows you to do that, whilst this does not. You can directly connect your MRSP through the alternate port to your Behringer devices, whether it's the X32, the Wing Compact, or whatever. And so these are the main functions between this and that. Now, for the Mini, okay, it has 2 modes, okay? It has the standard mode and then the marquee control mode. So, looking at this place on the board, we have an MC mode, which you can see from here, and then the MC button is here, which is the marquee control. So it means that this device can have 2 modes. The marquee control is the standard mode in which the device was made. Okay, so let's say a default setting of the device. And then the standard mode is what the user would want to do. So there's a way to switch between the marquee control mode and then the user mode. So I'll show you. So what you do is that before you insert your USB into the MIDI device, you can either hold down the marquee control mode so that it either switches between the marquee control or the standard mode. So without me pressing the marquee control mode, I just want to just insert the MIDI control and then see what happens. All right, now the device is powered up, and then you can see the MC mode, which is the marquee control mode, is not activated. So this means the device now is in the standard mode. And in that case, I can switch between layer A and B. Okay, so in the standard mode, I have 2 layers, A and B. If I go to A, and then I assign, let's say, this knob to a different function on the DAW, when I switch it to layer B, this function will not work the same function as in the A. Okay, so in the standard mode, you can have, let's say this have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 3 is 24. Okay, I have a feeder, 25. And then I can also click these things. So 25 plus 8 is like 33. Okay, so let's say in layer A, I have 33 functions to use. If I switch to layer B, another 33 functions. So I can have 66 functions from this device. So imagine if this is giving me 66 functions, how much more the MRSP, which has a full control, or let's say a lot of buttons and then control feeders than the Mini. Regardless, I want to switch back to the default mode of the device. So what I'll do is that I'll just unplug it back. Then before I insert the USB, I'll hold down the Mackie control button like this. And then I will insert. The device will blink 3 times or so, and then it will switch back to. So now you can see the Mackie control mode is activated. When I go to the doors, I'll show you how the standard and then the Mackie control really works. Okay, so these are the differences between the Mini and then the MRSP. Okay, I said the Mini has a single feeder. The MRSP has 8 feeders. So that means I can control 8 feeders on a door at a time. And it also has an LCD screen. So let's say I've assigned this channel to a particular channel on the door. I can see whatever is happening on this LCD screen. Regardless, this, I cannot do that. Okay.